Get ready for some great music and great stories. Band in Seattle starts right now. Welcome to Band in Seattle. I'm Xander Denke, and with me is David Michael Stedman, songwriter, music editor, and lead singer of the band The Stax Brothers, to talk about tonight's special program, MoJam.
MoJam Mondays isn't just an improv scene or a jam session. It's a cultural opportunity that is subtly changing the course of music and relations in this city for the better. Every Monday, musicians flock to Fremont to celebrate harmony, creativity, and solidarity. MoJam reminds me of the beginning of the cult film The Warriors, and the whole city unites. Can you dig it?
I dig it. We'll be right back with MoJam.
Ladies and gentlemen, MoJam Mondays comes to Band in Seattle. Let's set this thing off.
All right, so I figured it's only appropriate to start with a song that starts up the same way MoJam usually starts up. All right? And that is somebody just kind of starts a line. Oh, that sounds pretty good, yeah? Because of MoJam Monday, I now have access to studios. I'm sitting here getting interviewed.
I've met so many people through MoJams.
Everyone playing music and communicating, having some cocktails.
I've seen maybe kind of similar jam sessions to what we do at MoJams, but I've never seen a jam session that is as inclusive.
We all kind of see each other performing online, and we have a hard time getting out to each other's shows, and to bring people together like that, it's just the snowball effect.
It just grew, like spread it like wildfire. And it went from being like 10 people to now like 40 or 50. We ready for you with your blues and your troubles and your dramas. Come bring it to us, man. We here for you.
You got moves, so do you, so get ready for the freestyle. It don't matter how you funk the beat, gonna be doing it for a while. Because it's summer on my mind, and that feeling's got me high.
People who are brand new to MoJam, they're just as welcome on stage as the veterans. So I really like that spirit of sharing and encouraging and helping people to grow. And one thing I love about Mo is that she's all about sharing opportunities and success with all of us. It's definitely a group effort.
I think she just does a very good job of making us feel welcome, making any type of music welcome.
I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for CAINE. You know, CAINE wouldn't be where he's at if he hadn't heard about MoJams. I would have never met Art. I'd never be singing with the band in Seattle. So she created something that allowed an opportunity for me to meet so many different people.
Morgan, she follows her heart 100%.
Hi, my name is Morgan Gilkeson. My friends call me Mo, and I am the instigator of MoJam Mondays at the Nectar Lounge.
Because tonight we're just funking up this town.
I was a waitress at the Scarlet Tree. My manager gave me a Monday night. I was thinking of starting a jam like the one you'd have in your basement.
Mo had a little thing going on at a cafe like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. on Fridays. Just kind of trying to make it work, a little bit of free jazz, a little bit of jazz standards and stuff. We were at the Tiny Ninja in Fremont for a little while, and that was a blast. We didn't have a budget. We were just playing and having a good time. We met a bunch of new people, but it came time to move because they were renovating.
They call Fremont the center of the universe, and I wanted to be a part of that. And basically, you know, I called everywhere around and tried to move my jam, and I got like 20 no's. Basically, my last hope of being in Fremont, it was the Nectar Lounge, and just to humor myself, I made the call.
We started in a basement, an affair amongst friends. Now we bring it to the people out at MoJam.
Morgan went and called the Nectar Lounge, which was, as she says, the last one on her list. Nobody else had responded. and she just took a chance.
When she said, I'm gonna try Nectar, we were all just like, okay, well, go for it.
After pitching it 20 times, I had my pitch down and I was like, all right, this is what it is, this is what I've created.
No one expected that was gonna be something that they would actually do, and she's just fearless. She'll go and she will ask for whatever she wants, and someone says no, and she says whatever, and she'll go ask some next guy.
Andy, he's a booker at Nectar. One of my best friends, Heather Thomas, she knew Andy. And one day she just messaged Andy like, oh, I'm just sitting here sipping on a cup of coffee, my friend Mo. And he's like, oh, is that Mo of Mojam? You know, she was just like, oh, it's the best jam, it's so much fun. And within a half hour, Andy emailed me, here are the terms, here's what you gotta do. And it was like, ooh, all right, this is happening.
All right, this is Garlic Press. Boy, you put me in your garlic press. Use your sleeve to wipe up the mess. You never see me looking so distressed as the day you put me in your garlic press.
Rani is amazing and talented and wonderful. And her so clever. Her song Garlic Press, so clever.
Watch her get out of my kitchen. Go on and take your oven mitts. You know it seemed too easy. Right up until the end. Thought you wanted to please me. Turns out it was all pretend. Boy, you put me in your garlic press. Use your sleeve to wipe up the mess. You never see me looking so distressed as the
Got up on stage and just had this killing voice, of course, and it's like, whoa, Morgan, where'd you find this person? She is just one of the most wonderful people you could possibly interact with. She is so sweet, absolutely, and such a supporter. She's always out at shows.
She just, her melodies are so catchy. What she did on Band in Seattle, I think everyone was blown away.
But now you have it all. The more they give, the more you take. Oh, I'm sure you'll have a ball. Just don't choke on all that cake. Boy, you put me in your garlic press.
Cool thing about Mojam is that, you know, you have a different band every time you play there. I think what was really most fun was the horn section that I had. I'd never really played with them before. I loved my band. I loved them so much. I loved giving them food and like hugs and just kind of spoiling them.
One of the hardest parts we found was organizing the jammers, you know, because it's not like other jam sessions. I mean, we get over 50 musicians every week.
I kind of am the cat herder, I'd say, you know. I gotta make sure that everybody knows what the rules are, essentially. When they want to jam, they come and talk to me. I'm kind of like the center person, and then I can kind of send them off on their way.
Hit me! I remember back in the days, hip-hop was the voice of the ghetto. It was a spokesperson for the hood.
I made it so that the host is in charge of all the vocalists and the horns. I'm in charge of the drummers, my guitarist, Ian is in charge of the guitarist, Dylan is in charge of the bassist, and Kevin is in charge of the keys.
Everything is different now. Clothes ain't bagging, they all fitting now. Everything's skinny, they all slimmed it down. Somebody just need to come and sit them down. See, I was raised by the pioneers, and I ran with that game. That's why I'm here. I gotta say, all change ain't good change. Some things done got a little too strange. Dr. Grist, the beats and the crew names. Homeboy done changed the name to 2 Chainz. What Step into the cruise like Wu-Tang. Run DMC Adidas with no...
I featured Rock Fizzle, and I loved how he just hosted.
My little brother, Rock Fizzle. Another amazing talent. I mean, the guy does voice box, he raps, he can play drums, you know, just an amazing keyboard player. I mean, I'm very, 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 very honored to be working with him. I mean, we're working on stuff together now.
Calling myself an MC and not a rapper, that means you're the master of the ceremony. It's up to you to conduct what's going on, the vibe of the room, you know, the energy of the crowd, and I just knew I had that kind of experience to make it work.
Ain't your turn to shine no more. Take the night off, but hip hop ain't dead. It's just sick with a slight cough. I don't pop Molly, I don't wear Tom Ford. I'm from the era we break danced on cardboard. My mission is to bring fun back to music. No, every record ain't gotta be hardcore. Why you think I rock beats and I chose this bar for? I'm trying to bring real music back to the art form. Let's go!
I remember the first Mojam Monday before it moved on up to Nectar. At a small club off 65th, I met this bright-eyed drummer named Morgan Gilkeson. She had this vision. She saw this collective potential in her peers that people either took for granted or didn't believe in or felt could never be harnessed. But I'd seen those eyes before. See, Morgan is made of the stuff Malcolm Gladwell has woven books from. Her scene is about big ideas that blossom, musicians that are willing to work tirelessly just to open the doors for others. But when it catches, it's things like wildfire. This is the story of the birth of a scene and a girl that wasn't afraid of Goliath.
Amen. We'll be right back with Mojam.
It's a jam, so sometimes things get dull. CAINE is always up there telling people like, this is how it goes, you know, all right, go home and practice, you know. He says the stuff that no one else wants to say, but it needs to be said.
Oh, yeah.
That guy knows how to entertain, he knows how to interact with people, he knows how to keep the energy going.
Now it's about the time for you and I sit right down and talk this heat out for a minute, baby. I tell myself, just can't live without you. Say all I want to do is make all your dreams come true. Say, is it the way that you move? I can't take my eyes off you. Is it the things that you do?
I don't feel it, how can you? Feel it. If you don't feel it, we can't. And when I can see that a person is feeling what they're doing, I totally am so sucked into them. So that what makes a true artist to me. Not anybody who just get up and sing.
If he sees you doing something and you're passionate about it, he's gonna tell you like, hey, this would look good, this would sound nice. He probably doesn't realize that he's given me many vocal lessons in the car, just singing along the songs.
It's Holly Rock. And the same thing, me being the pushing guy that I am. I saw her one day and she was talking to me and we got into about music. And to have somebody see that and say that they want that too, and didn't have a shame to come and talk to me about it, to me, that is what, you know, I'm used to. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Baby, I do all I do. Baby, I do it just for you. Baby, I do. When we first met, you opened up to me like you know me for a century. Your big brown eyes in a smile that light up the day, yeah.
Holly, she's got some surprise power.
Just a real blessing to have in our community, in our family.
I've never actually heard any of her original tunes, so it was pretty awesome to see that night, and I think she's a great vocalist as well.
Like you do for me, hey, hey, say baby I do, all I do. Baby, I do it just for you.
people just came in through the door and they were crazy talented and wonderful people, and Phineas is one of those people.
And I've been trying, and I've been searching, and I've been looking my whole life for someone like you. And I've been working, and I've been praying, and I've been living my whole life for someone like you. Oh, and I don't know what to say, and I don't know what to do.
He's the person that has that energy. But every time he walks in the room, you just want to hug him. You know, like, yeah, give me some.
So talented. But he knows he's talented, so he has that air.
I just remember landing here and just visiting, and it was just a calm presence around, and I felt a really accepting nature here. And I just knew it was for me, and that's why I decided to stay.
The love I have inside, 'cause I need you right here, right now, by my side. And our love is deep, can't be discreet, because right here, right now, I give you all of me. And I know what to say, babe.
Like in the 90s, when Seattle really got a lot of national attention. I really think that we can do that again, and I absolutely feel that Mojam and the artists of Mojam could be a part of that. There's so much talent, so much musicianship, so much drive. I think it's only a matter of time before you know, the rest of the country sees us as a real music city again.
So Michelle, she sets the example for what hosts are. When I have a new host, I say, all right, I'd like you to come to this Mojam and see what my host does.
She's so warm and so beautiful, and singing with her was really, really fun.
When we got to the point where we were going to start having weekly MCs and hosts, she was absolutely first on the list, and she's been a monthly host since then.
Rise was fantastic.
Lately I can't put two good words together unless I'm singing. The spirit inside is alive, inspiring against hate. The premise is to survive, all I seem to do is cry as of late.
I love how Michelle is always trying to lift people up, even if she is down herself. She's always trying to uplift and encourage everyone else.
This is a place that you can come and experiment and be accepted. But the most important thing is you have to be involved. You have to get out of your house and commit to yourself that this is something that you want to do.
We try so hard to make it last, and it always turns up dust. Where these moments tend to fossilize around us.
It is just so welcoming for people, even if they're newer to the art, to be able to get up on stage, jam along, and really learn. And you see it. You see it over the course of a month or 2 months at Mojams.
We speak a language to each other without saying a word. And a lot of musicians can quote me on that. We speak to each other without saying a word.
I've been struggling, baby, fighting battles in my mind.
I love Marina. I will shout it from the mountaintops. She's amazing. She's a wonderful friend of mine also, and just so insanely talented. She not only sings, not only plays bass, she does it at the same time and does it well.
Yeah, Marina. Whew. That performance, just like, I wish I could animate my head into an explosion.
Stop playing the mind games with yourself. No reason to do that. Stop being okay with yourself. Wherever you are at. Why you other people's opinions? That won't help you none. Stop valuing the opinion within you and start loving number one. You know I'm working on myself.
Self-love. And so the song came together so quickly. Morgan told me about this opportunity she had created for herself, just manifested for herself, her self-love with Victory Studios. And when I waited a little bit, but then I asked her, well, can I lead a band in it?
Marina, so much talent here. So much amazing talent. She's one of them, and everybody on the list is one of them. And I think if she keep pushing along with everybody else, man, I think we can put Seattle music back on the map. That's my damn goal.
Vibe of Seattle is so rich. The music scene is exploding, you know, and the fact that I get to be a part of it is a miracle, you know. I think that's my miracle, is the fact that I get to be a part of it.
Don't need nobody else's love. I've been working on myself. Don't need nobody else's love.
Well, that's it for tonight's Band in Seattle. If you want to hear more, check us out on bandinseattle.com, where you can hear full concerts and find links for more information about our bands and where they're playing next. David?
To stay up in the latest of this whole band scene, follow my Crossing Guy magazine columns and podcasts.
Thanks for watching. Join us next week for more great music and great stories on Band in Seattle.
I have seen this community, and that is the key word here, is community, grow from 50 people on a Monday night to 200 people on a Monday night. Yes! And thank you so much to Band in Seattle for giving us the opportunity to take this community even further and spread this word.